Hey guys, we are back for another video. Make sure you all hit that notification bell so you are notified whenever we upload. And also, always let me know what y'all think in the comments. And we are back for another episode of The Tea with Key. So let's jump right in. Yes. So we're going to be talking about basketball wives, okay? So I really hesitated with talking about basketball wives because if you guys recall the controversy that was surrounding two cast members, and both of them were actually removed from the show. However, Shaunie O'Neal with her sneaky ass, supposedly, a pastor, but that's a whole nother video. So one cast member was removed. I'm sorry, both of them were removed, but then one just reappeared. And that just irked the hell out of me so bad to the point that, I'm just not understanding this. We just crucified another reality star for the same behavior that this broad is actually doing and being rewarded for. And I'm very, very disgusted with Shaunie O'Neal and her behavior because at the end of the day, you're going to continue to let, you know, people come onto your show that you created and they're allowed to make racist comments and you do nothing about it, and you're supposed to be a black woman, and I'm going to say you're supposed to be, because she is the creator of the show and she should have did more. So without further ado, you guys already know about this story, and do not be in my comments telling me this is old, because I don't care how old it is. I'm talking about the story because I'm talking about Evelyn, and I wouldn't dare talk about Evelyn without addressing the issue. And my problem here is she called OG a monkey. I mean, did she say the word? She didn't say monkey, but she put the orangutan emoji under her post. Come on, same thing. And then we watched her call Cece Ling Ling. That is a racist. Come on now, you're being racist. So this girl has been allowed to basically spew racism on this show and without a single consequence. And Shaunie O'Neal only removed her to bring her back, and basically did not bring OG back. And I think that is sad. So Evelyn Lozada, in this latest episode of Basketball Wives, she did get into it with another castmate, and I'm going to talk about that later. But before I could even bring up her name, I needed to speak on, the racism in what she did, because as you guys know, her and Erica Mena, they both consider that. Well, I won't say they both consider. They are both Latino women, which is very interesting because I've had a lot of people send me messages and basically said that a lot of Latino women don't even like Black women. Mm-hmm. Yes, so that's why I wanted to bring this up. And considering her and Erica Mena are both Latino women, I don't know. So let's kind of go over some of the things that took place at that time. For the ones who may not know, if you have not followed the show or if you're not familiar with the incident, I don't know if you'll be able to follow, but I'm going to try to piece it together for you. So back when the Basketball Wives was on, they had taken a brief hiatus. There was a bunch of going back and forth, and at which time Evelyn Lozada went under OG's. That's what we call her, OG, went under her post and basically put in orangutan, which is considered monkey. And OG kind of responded in this post, and she basically says that, Evelyn was showing her true colors and she's a racist. And not only did she call her a monkey, she called Cece Ling Ling. And we all know Ling Ling, basically you're saying, she is, she's of another culture. I don't recall the different culture, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. And then she called Jackie a cockroach. So you see what I'm saying? This stuff is seemingly going together. And it's pointing out that Evelyn Lozada is a racist. And interesting enough, why are we even watching this trash box? And this is what OG had to say. Um, she basically said now black women are monkeys, and then someone else sent out a message and just said everyone should boycott the show. You are disgusting. And at this time, what ended up happening is Shaunie O'Neal, instead of taking a stance, she removed OG as well, which OG, she didn't say anything racist, so she should have never been removed. The thing with the reality shows is they do say nasty things, but when it gets to races, we're going to a whole nother level. And part of the reason is Evelyn Lozada could not hang with OG. Like OG was fast and she was quick, and she knew how to pretty much lay them words, and Evelyn Lozada could not handle it. But y'all let me know what y'all think with regards to Evelyn Lozada. It's really hard for me to watch the show because I am like, in my mind, I'm like, why am I watching this show? This broad shouldn't even be on the show. And I did call her a broad. All of the things that she has said about Black women, I'm not sure why we're even watching the show. But in this last episode, which was I shouldn't say the last episode, the first episode, she was into it with one of the cast mates, and I want to say her name is Vanessa. And I mean, here's the thing. When Evelyn Lozada was introduced to us, she was introduced to us as a gold digger. I mean, I don't know what your outlook was on Evelyn Lozada, but mine was she was definitely a gold digger. What I thought is she definitely liked to date men with money. And my other thought was she messed around with people's husbands. I mean, think about it. When we were introduced to Evelyn Lozada, one of the things she did was she was messing with Tammy's husband. Well, I get it. She probably didn't know that that was Tammy's husband. Men lie all the time. But the issue is she was really nasty about it. And as Tammy stated on the episodes was, hey, he was married. And if you knew who he was, you could pretty much Google him and you would know that he had a wife. So that, sort of behavior with Evelyn Lozada messing with people's husbands, I wouldn't, would have thought that it was a surprise because I would have thought that that is pretty much her personality. So, and again, the way she went after Tammy about it basically made t-shirts basically saying you're a non-factor. So you're telling a man's wife that she's a non-factor and you were the side piece. That don't even make any sense. So with this particular girl, Vanessa pretty much stated that, Evelyn Lozada was messing around with Carl when he was actually with someone else. So that is what this girl is saying. Obviously, Evelyn Lozada is saying it's been 10 years, but of course, this is how reality goes. Nobody cares that it's been 10 years because if that's the case, Evelyn, you are still talking about a beef with Jennifer that's been 10 years or more. So we need you to kind of make this make sense. So, if you don't want people to bring up stuff that's happened 10 years ago, then I would say that you shouldn't either. So with regards to her and Vanessa beef, there were a series of tweets that went out. And basically, what Evelyn Lozada had to say was, I'm so sorry to Carl's ex that your so called family friend would lie on national television. I'm sorry, national TV for a storyline. With friends like this, who needs enemies? So basically, um, Evelyn Lozada is saying that it's a lie. I don't know that it's a lie, but what I am saying with regards to how Evelyn has conducted herself over the years that we have saw her on television and with the men that she has proclaimed to be with and people saying that she has, spoke to their husbands and boyfriends. I don't, it could be very well true. So Evelyn goes on to say, a basketball wife who met her husband while having a threesome, LOL. So she's taking shots. I mean, hey, I don't know if this is true either. Then she say, a basketball wife who has been cheated on her entire marriage. I don't know that. So this is what she's saying to Vanessa. So Vanessa is pretty much saying that her being on the show and coming at Evelyn is not a storyline. She said she was contacted in February to join the cast. She said she moved to LA in May to expand her business, and she also started filming in May. She said not one time did anyone tell me that Evelyn was on the cast. So she's pretty much saying she never even knew that Evelyn would be on the cast. She said, nor did I mention Evelyn to casting or production. She said it was revealed to me when Jackie invited me to Evelyn. She's saying to her event. So she's saying she didn't care that 10 years had passed. What she's saying is she didn't want to be fake and kick it around someone that she actually had a problem with. So she said, I don't appreciate home wreckers. I stand on that and I can have my opinion. So I certainly understand where Vanessa is coming from, because I'm sure you guys have been in situations where you may, have had a problem with someone, but then so many years have passed, and really in your mind, you're like, dang, I wonder if he did this or she really did this. So even if it's been 10 years or whatever, you still at some point have to have closure in your mind. So I can definitely understand where Vanessa is coming from. But where my real issue is OG. So this is a problem for me that OG was not called back to be a part of the show. And I really, 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 I just don't like it. All too many times darker skinned people are just treated totally different. And when a dark skinned person acts a certain way, it's blown out of proportion. Very similar to the Spice and Erica Mena situation. Everybody blamed Spice for saying your son doesn't like you. But those same people didn't have that same energy for Erica for calling that woman a monkey and telling her that she should have died. Same thing with OG. OG has never jumped over a table. She has never threw any type of liquids in anybody's faces. She didn't get in a fight with anybody. She was just cold with her words. And because of that, she was penalized. But the most upsetting part of this situation is she's being penalized by another Black woman, which is Shaunie O'Neal. And I think that is really effed up. So again, I just wanted to bring up this situation because there would be no way in hell I could talk about Dusty Evelyn Lozada and don't talk about how nasty and filthy she is. And honestly, I don't think she likes Black women, because I actually had to go back and watch the older episodes, and she cringed when OG said that Chad wanted a Black woman. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Again, I've been told by Latina women that some Latina women do not like Black women, and I was like, you know what, okay. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are you guys gonna be watching Basketball Wives? What do you think about Evelyn Lozada being able to be back on this platform after what she's done? Um, Again, it's very similar, or if not the same, to what Erica Mena has done. But the only difference is we're dealing with two different Black women. Of course, we know Mona Scott, very established. She, would want to appear to do things right, even though, the episodes were recorded. Obviously, they had watched those episodes before they aired. But when the backlash hit, they did what they needed to do. So again, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I will catch you all in the next video.